It's time for TBT, the hottest web show on YouTube. But it's not just a show, y'all. It's the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie Burke presents TBT.
It's time for TBT, truth be told. It's time for TBT, truth be told. It's time for TBT, truth be told. Shed the light, be the light, be bold. Hey everybody, it's time for our first episode of TBT, Truth Be Told. I'm your host, Stephanie Burke. Let's get started with our first topic. It's entitled, Words Without Action Are Futile. Now, the word futile is defined as incapable of producing any result. It also means ineffective and trifling. So, words without action are trifling. Words without action are ineffective. They do nothing. And there are times when we all have made commitments, said that we were going to do some things, and guess what? We dropped the ball. So our words without action are trifling. And we really do have to get better about making plans and then following through and staying committed to what we said we were going to do. Now, when there are people in our lives who tend to do those type of things, their actions don't speak louder than their words, we should hold them accountable, especially if we have some type of relationship with them. Whether they're a family member, a significant other that you may be dating, a co-worker, it's time for us to hold people accountable to the truth that they say they're going to do. Another thing that we should consider when we don't say what we mean and mean what we say, our integrity is on the line, and our name is all that we have. Now, integrity is what you do when no one else is watching. So when we make plans, break them, have commitments that we don't follow through with, that puts our integrity as well as our name on the line, and our name is all that we have. And we don't want people associating our name with someone who always is dropping the ball. That's not good, all right? And so we have sayings like, my word is my bond. I went to urbandictionary.com, and my word is my bond. It's simply saying, you're saying that what you're saying is true. And if our word is really going to be our bond and we are linked to what we say, we've got to make sure that we're really following through. Now, we know some sayings like, say what you mean what you say, actions speak louder than words, all of that stuff. All of those things are very important to our character. And I can't say it enough. When we don't follow through with the things that we commit to, it makes other people get frustrated, and it also can make us seem like we're a liar. Now, I want us to take a minute to look at some of these cases that I have developed, and I want you to see exactly what it can be like when people's actions don't line up with their words.
Welcome to bed. You got that fresh cut on. I'm gonna give you one too. My wood, that thing.
Man, what you been doing since we graduated, bro?
Just been chilling, bro. Job, man. You know, that's stressful. But, my brother trying to follow me. You wanna come with us?
Yo, I can go around. What time you trying to go?
Probably about sometime in the morning, maybe 11 o'clock.
I get up around 12, you know what I mean? I get up, so.
Alright,
Alright, bro, I'm gonna catch up with you.
Alright.
Yo.
Hey man, what's the Vic at? I thought he said he was gonna be here at 12 o'clock. 12. Man, 12:15.
We forgot.
Let's go then, bro. Let's get it then, bro.
Hey, him and Dick. Hey, him and Dick.
Hello.
Bruh, where you at? You said you was gonna be here at 12.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of caught up right now. Like, my mom had told me to go wash the dishes and stuff. So I'm washing dishes right. I'm gonna come as soon as I finish washing these dishes.
Man,
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, but my mattress now. Cap.
Damn, man. Dude done stood me up. Can't believe this dude, man. Folks always doing that jump.
Let go.
Man, what's up, man? I thought you were gonna meet me at the court. What happened to you? What happened to you at the court, man?
Man, something came up. I couldn't make it, bro.
Man.
But hey, how about it though? We can go Friday. Though.
Man, truth be told, bro, I ain't even trying to be let down by you no more.
What?
Alright, man. We'll just play Call of Duty, man.
All right, so let's talk about the two cases that we just saw. The first case between the two young men, Makitron and Tavekius. Now, what Makitron did was absolutely right. He called Tavekius out on what he did, and what Tavekius should have done was when Makitron called him, he should have told him, you know what, bruh, something came up. I'm not going to be able to make it. Can you release me from this? commitment that I made, but he didn't do that. He totally made him still feel like he was going to come. Now, I got to give McKeitron credit. He did call him out, but he went ahead and laughed and joked with him at the end, because we do have to learn how to forgive, but we cannot allow people to think that they can continue to do the same thing. Now, let's look at case number 2. In the relationship factor, things can be so good in the beginning, and sometimes people meet somebody else, they get bored, but that's still no reason not to stay committed to your commitment. Now, we were acting, and so what I should have done was like Tavekius in the previous case. I should have just said, you know what, and gave a more valid reason of why I would not be able to attend, working out, but I didn't do that. And then, when the phone call came. So what we have to do when we're in relationship, just be honest with people. If we're not feeling it anymore, it's better to tell them the truth versus just carrying and dragging somebody along when our feelings are no longer the same. Now, when we come back from this break, I have a whole lot more. Just stay tuned. My name is Stephanie Burke, and I am a radio personality for V101.7, which is Cumulus Broadcasting here in Albany, Georgia. The name of my show is called Kingdom Explosion. My radio show airs every Sunday from 12 noon to 3 p.m. on V101.7. What's going on, Albany and Southwest Georgia? It's 12 o'clock, and you know what that means. God's princess is in the building, and you know we're all about Christ rocks, Christ rules, and Christ reigns. Why don't you go ahead? I feel like my show helps the community based on what people tell me is that the truth that they receive, it really causes them to think about their life as a Christian and want to get some things right that may be off, or what they hear, it encourages them through word and song. So I really feel like I'm impacting the city of Albany and beyond, because the mission of Kingdom Explosion is bringing revival in the earth. So there are things in our lives that may be complacent or dead, and the Kingdom Explosion is all about having you think and come alive again. Just know that your life is a message. You are a billboard for Christ, and He needs us to make a decision to live right. All right? So I love you, but remember, God loves you a whole lot more. And I gotta close out with my girl Kiara Shear. You know the song, All I Am. Y'all, I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody, and his name is Christ. I love you, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. Peace. Welcome back. So I'm not the only person speaking the truth over this topic, words without action are futile. We took it to the street so we can see what the street committee has to say.
I feel you. Basically, you're a liar. You might well be, because you tell me you're going to do something. It ain't like I can't tell you and ask you. You feel me? So, you really a liar. You can't be saying you're going to do something, but you don't do it, then when I ask about it, and you be like, oh, they came up, you feel what you told me for. Man, you asked for that. I mean, I just gave these folk my perspective. Y'all already know how to work. Don't let it up. Me take coming soon, y'all.
You don't expect I already know they just lying. But if it's somebody that I expect to do what they say they're gonna do, then yeah, I'll be a little pissed.
96 WJIZ home of Miss Monique.
I don't care who it is. If you tell me something, I expect it. So if you don't do it, I expect you. Even from a person that don't, yeah, because I ain't asked for that line.
But everybody do. A lot of people do.
Yeah, but I ain't asked for it. Don't just volunteer me a lie. You say you're going to do something lie, especially if I asked for it and I have asked.
I feel really frustrated, I'll tell you the truth. And because when someone tell you something, it's like you're really trusting him with what he's saying, right? Or he wants you, you're really looking up for that. And if he's not gonna stick to that, it's gonna look really bad, because maybe you can get in trouble for that, or yeah.
So, I mean, your word is all that you have.
telling me the untruth about certain situations, it made me hard to believe it.
Ooh, it kind of makes you frustrated because they say one thing, let's just say, oh, I have a best friend and she's like, well, I want to do this, but their actions do other things. It makes you frustrated. It's like, who are you really? So yeah, it makes you really frustrated.
Frustrating. I'm like, if you weren't gonna do it, you shouldn't have even said anything in the first place. Like, if you said it was gonna be done by a certain day, do it and save us all the frustration.
So what did you think about what the street committee had to say? It seems like the consensus on the street is that it's frustrating and that people look like liars when they don't say what they mean and mean what they say. So all of us, we have to tighten up. So let's get ready for a letter from a viewer. Tavekis, come on. You get to meet one of my sons, my baby. He's behind the camera and he was the mischievous one. Thanks, boo. All right, so this says, Dear Stephanie, throughout high school, I've become extremely nonchalant and unbothered when it comes to my feelings. It's like they aren't existent anymore. When it comes to relationships and dating, I always go through craziness and nonsense due to my lack of caring. Most dudes ask me, why am I so mean? Or why do I act the way I act? I never have an answer for them. I can't help the past experiences that have caused me to react this way. I'm guarded, but I just feel as though there's no need for me to put my feelings or my guard down. What should I do to better myself? It's not easy to let people in for me. Sincerely, Guarded. All right, Guarded. It seems like forgiveness is going to be one of the key things that you're going to have to focus on. And the way I say that is that when we learn to forgive, and not just forgive the people that hurt you, but also forgive ourselves for allowing ourselves to keep going through the same thing. Now, we do have to be guarded. However, you got to have some balance. And it seems like because you've been hurt, you're still taking that hurt out on other people, so it's causing you to be defensive and guarded, and it's going to be hard for anybody to come in if you're so guarded. So you got to learn to lower your guard just a little bit and open up. Now, I know what you're probably saying, Stephanie, I've done that and I'm tired of being hurt. Well, baby, guess what? It's life, and people are going to hurt us. But what we have to do is not allow new people to pay for the mistakes of old people. And what you have to do is learn to release those people who have hurt you so you're not offended with them, because offense causes our blessings to be blocked, and we don't need any blessings to be blocked, okay? So what I would say is give it a try, whether it's love, whether it's family relationships. Lower your guard just a little bit. Put your expectations out there so people can know what you expect and what your standards are. And when they don't live up to those expectations, then it's time to cut them off. But again, you have to have balance even with extending grace to people, because we don't need for people to keep thinking that they can do the same thing over and over and over again and there be no consequences. So I hope that helps, and if you need to write to me again, you can. Mwah. All right, everybody, thanks so much for hanging out with me on the first episode of TBT, Truth Be Told. Now, if there is a topic that you would like for me to discuss, or either a letter or some advice that you want to write to me, you can write me at, wait, he's going to put it over there, down there. No, he's going to put it right there. You can email me at tbtwebshow@gmail.com. Until next time, I'll see you later.
This has been TBT, Truth Be Told. Join Stephanie next week for another episode.